experience but rarely admit openly. Missing someone who was not good for you. Someone who hurt you. Someone who created confusion. Someone whose presence made your life more complicated. And yet, even after everything, there are moments when you still miss them. This feeling can be confusing, because the mind remembers the reasons why the relationship could not continue. The arguments, the misunderstandings, the emotional distance, the ways you felt unseen or unsupported. Your mind understands that letting go was necessary. But the heart does not always follow logic. The heart remembers differently. It remembers small moments, shared laughter, familiar routines, conversations that once felt meaningful. It remembers connection, even if that connection was imperfect. Missing someone does not always mean you want the relationship back. Sometimes it simply means you are remembering a part of your life that once felt important, a time when that person was part of your daily world. And when something disappears from our lives, a space remains. Humans are not built to erase emotional attachments instantly. Even relationships that were difficult can leave emotional traces, because feelings are rarely simple. People can bring both comfort and pain, both closeness and confusion, and our memories often hold all of it at once. This is why missing someone does not always mean you made the wrong decision. You can miss someone and still know that the relationship was not healthy. You can feel nostalgia without forgetting the reasons why things needed to change. Sometimes what you miss is not the person themselves, but the version of the relationship you hoped could exist. The moments when things felt easier. The possibility that things might improve. Letting go of that possibility can take time. Missing someone is part of emotional processing. It is the mind and heart gradually adjusting to a new reality, where someone who once mattered is no longer present, where the connection has changed. The important thing is not to judge yourself for these feelings. You do not need to pretend that the relationship meant nothing. It meant something. And acknowledging that is part of healing. But remembering someone does not mean you must return to them. Memory and longing do not always require action. They simply show that something once mattered. With time, the feeling of missing someone usually softens. It becomes quieter, more distant. Not because the memories disappear, but because your life continues to grow. New experiences appear, new connections form, and the past slowly takes its place as a chapter rather than a destination. So if you ever find yourself missing someone who was not good for you, remember this: your emotions are allowed to be complex. You can acknowledge the memories, you can respect the lessons, and still continue forward without returning to what no longer belongs in your life.